Thank you. Good morning, gentlemen, ladies of the media. Maraming salamat ulit sa inyong presensya ngayong umaga dito sa ating regular na forum, ang ating Brodkasters Forum, brought to you by the Liga ng mga Brodkasters sa Pilipinas, headed by yours truly, Rolando, Lakay, Gonzalo po, at of course ang ating chairman, si Mike Atty of DCIR and DCIB, and of course ang lahat sa mga kasama natin sa radyo at sa TV na nandito ngayong umaga. Very present. Good morning to one and all. With that, welcome once again sa ating Brodkasters Forum. Especially ito ating forum ngayong umaga dahil sa pwede natin pag-usapan anything under the sun, from politics to insurance. At ang ating po mga bisita ngayong umaga, well, pagpapasalamat po tayo because kahit na napaka-busy siya, si Madam Tingting Cojuangco, she's supposed to go to the right time ngayong umaga, pero sabi ko, wag muna, ipagpaliban mo muna at magaganda yung ating pag-uusapan. O sige, kung gano'n, magsasama naman ako. O sige, good ka po. So, nadala niya ngayong umaga si former Congressman Atty. Chong. So, ating pong pabisita, pagpapamatiin ko muna sa inyo, si dating Governor Tingting Cojuangco of Tarlac. Ihawak na po yung mikropono.
Magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat. Hello.
Okay.
Good morning po sa inyong lahat. Thank you for the invitation.
Emil mo sa bayan?
Mahina.
Sakit na yan. Yes. So, okay po.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat and thank you for the invitation. Thank you very much. Nandito po ang ating friend.
Sige, pagpati natin si Congressman. Of course, Congressman, suki na natin dito sa ating Brodkasters Forum.
Magandang umaga, Lakay, and to everyone. Good morning po sa inyo lahat, and thank you for having us here.
Small world talaga dahil sa ating mga bisita ay kaibigan pa na naman anak ni Governor Tingting, si Paolo de Rosario, AVP, ano ba pagkas dito? GIB-X, Assistant Vice President ng GIB-X Insurance Brokerage Broker Corporation. Paolo, magandang umaga siya.
Magandang umaga po sa lahat. Magandang umaga po sa lahat.
Thank you. Ano po sa dito rin ating kapatid na si Estrella Peralta ng AntiTrapo Movement of the Philippines. Ito na kayo, kapatid.
Magandang umaga po ulit sa inyo mga kapatid namin sa media.
Okay, thank you. At first question na siguro natin ay ipapatok agad. Wala natin si Atty. Chong. Kahapon nag-issue ng Supreme Court ng TRO para sa parang pigil at bidding para sa refurbishing at repair, whatever, ng mga picos na supposedly ay gagamitin na naman natin sa 2016 elections. Headlines sa ilan sa mga judge natin ngayong araw nito, baka mabalik na naman tayo sa mano-mano elections sa 2016. Can you have your thoughts, Chong?
Kalakay, una sa lahat, si Brillantes ay na-TKO ng Supreme Court TRO. Actually, this is actually a flagrant violation of the Government Procurement Reform Act as petitioned by the Integrated Bar of the Philippines na bakit mo binigay kay Smartmatic yung 268.8 million pesos na kontrata without any bidding at all. Actually, ang question nga namin dito is bakit tayo nagre-repair at nagre-refurbish ng PICOS when in fact we have not yet actually known the cause of the defect of the PICOS, yung digital line na sinasabi ni Senator Coco Pimentel. The first occurrence of the digital lines was first discovered by the DOST Technical Evaluation Committee noong December 10, 2013 pa ho. Pinapasagot ang COMELEC kung bakit nagkaroon ng digital line sa ballot images. And what the COMELEC did was simply dribble the issue one hearing after another. Hanggang nung last hearing namin noong Thursday, sinabi ko kay Senator Coco Pimentel that while we have to determine the cause, we also must determine the effect of the digital line on the results of the 2013 elections. Because I was able to show, ito ho yung example ho, ito ho yung ballot image. Ang tawag ko dito selfie ng balota ninyo. Kung titingnan ninyo, ito yun digital line. This is the digital line that traverses from top to bottom. Nandito ho yun. It traverses in the middle of the column. Of the oval. So ang ginawa ng PICOS, binoto. Ang lahat na nandito. Proof na binoto ng PICOS, ito. At the back of the ballot image is the appreciation of the PICOS. Ayan, binoto niya yung 8 or siyam falling within that line. Binoto niya. And we have here the ballot images. Ito yung ballot images of Precinct 193, Barangay Talima, Lapu-Lapu City. Of the 14,563 shades or votes, 3,801 ang mali ang bilang ng PICOS. That is 26.1% of the total votes cast in this particular precinct. E kung 26.1% ng isang presinto, we can definitively show na mali-mali at nagkawindang-windang yung bilang ng PICOS, what does it tell us of the 2013 elections? But despite all this evidence that COMELEC simply brushes aside, they awarded the 268.8 million pesos to COMELEC and to Smartmatic even without a bidding. At kung natandaan ko, sinabi ni Brillantes 3 days before he retired, pinirmahan ko yung trata although I am not bound to sign it dahil he wanted to spite his critics. Gusto lang niyang asarin kami. Kaya pinirmahan daw niya. Now, natiki-o tuloy siya ng TRO ng Supreme Court. Because it's really clear. Natiki-o ka sa TRO because you flagrantly violated the Government Procurement Reform Act. And this is a clear mandate of the law. You have to have a bidding. Without the bidding, which is a matter of public policy in government procurement, you violate the law. And Mr. Brillantes must be made to account for these violations of the law.
Yes, ma'am. Tingting, gusto nyo magbigay muna ng addendum, whatever, and then
Yes, yeah, I
tatanong ko na sa mga questions maya-maya.
Yeah. Nandito ko sa text ko, this came from AES Watch from Nelson Celis, that si Senator Coco, chair of the JCOC on AES Protection Watch, issued a public statement calling for the penalty and the disqualification of Smartmatics if they can explain the digital lines, and also that ay sinabi sa COMELEC 2 years ago, to explain the lines and they have not complied. And this is a long time to explain the lines. The lines came out in the DOST. I think it was accidentally during a Senate hearing.
Yes, December
because the head of the DOST was the brother-in-law ni Chong.
Montejo.
Montejo, yeah. He wasn't there, but one of his underlings said that, oh yes, meron digital lines. Admitted it. So that's what got his investigation going.
Yung mga lines na yan talaga, controversial talaga mga linya na yan, lalo na sa foreign na mga linya. Dahil yung Kailangan boto. Para mapura.
If it falls in the oval, it gets elect accidentally.
Okay, ano eventually ang tawag sa mga linya na yan? Baka makasalanan ng guhit.
Ang tawag ho nila is digital line because it does not appear in the physical ballot. Malinis ho yung balota. Dito sa selfie lumalabas yung line. So in other words,
Ang nakaka-apekto sa turnout.
sa turnout. Kasi ganito ho. Like for example, let me see. For example, ito ho. Let me see. Let me just confirm. Ganito ho. Kung ang inilit mo 6, kung ang binoto mo 6, tapos dumaan yung linya, nagdagdag ng 7, yung 6 na boto mo will be nullified. Kasi nag-overvote eh. To that extent, may bawas. Eh kung bumoto ka ng 4 at dinagdagan ng 8, that makes it 12. So may dagdag. In other words, the lines will have the effect of dagdag bawas. And it's automated. We will never know. This was discovered accidentally by the DOST-TEC, Technical Evaluation Committee. Nung lumabas ho ito noong December 10, 2013, we asked that it be subjected to examination and that the COMELEC be render a report. Hanggang ngayon ho, wala hong report na ibinigay si COMELEC. Now, noong December 12, 2014, nag-open ho kami ng 383 CF cards doon sa COMELEC mismo. So pumunta ho ako doon, nung inopen mo yung 13 laptops and I have pictures of those 13 laptops, ang nakita ko ho, yung file name ng ballot image which was contained in the CF card originally are supposed to be random numbers. Random kasi para hindi mo ma-pinpoint ang botante. Nung pinakita ko sa laptop nila, abay naging sequential ang numbers ng file name. So in effect, there was tampering of the ballot images. So when I brought it up in the Senate committee hearing of February 5, inamin ni COMELEC, ni Director Rojas na ni-rearrange daw nila yung mga ballot images sa loob ng CF card. Eh sumagot naman mo si San Flores na you cannot physically rearrange it. So ibig sabihin, pwede mo palang matamper ang nasa loob ng CF card. Who else can tamper it when it is encrypted? It's only COMELEC because they have the encryption key, decryption key.
Okay. Dito sa pinag-usapan natin ko, ano na nakikita natin sila yun? Palapit na 2016 elections. At di wala pa dito sa Picos na ito. No? So, yung headline ng inumaga, makabalik na sumalo-mano kung di lahat na maayos ito before 2016.
Ang kinatatakutan ko, baka yung TRO gagawing rason para hindi na mag-bidding because wala ng time at ibibigay na lahat ng buo kay Smartmatic.
Okay. Bago natin balikan niya ko, sa muna tanong kay Ma'am Tingting, palagay ko, i-appreciate ko naman sa mga natin sa media. Ano naman ang latest sa Pinoy Resign movement?
Last Monday, yung quiet namin. Ano what happened? Napunod tuloy-tuloy pa rin ho. Yes. But meetings continue. Eh yun nga yung sinabi sa affidavit ni Brillantes that the NTC, hinalo yung NTC dun sa Picos. You know, so they're trying to catch all of us and file charges against us on 2 counts. One is because we are very vocal against the cheating and we are while we go around the country to say that the people were manipulated, di ba? And so, those kanilang affidavit, they added our meetings with National Transformation Council.
On the side, ano pong meron
So, it still continues, yes. Some are drawing up what constitution they want, you know, pagka-take over.
On the side, ano po, siyempre, kayo pamilya ng mga Pino, no? Pero mga info kung ano talaga nangyari kay Presidente,
Collapse.
Sa ilang araw na sinasabi na collapse yan. Do you have any, insight info kung ano talaga
That's what
nangyari?
they told us, that's what we got.
Kasi kung ano man ang mangyari sa ating Presidente, alam niyo yun. Di ba? Dapat alam niyo yun.
No, actually, nalaman ko namin because of the denial of Malacanang. Because the denial made it more obvious that something did happen. So if they had kept quiet, then it would have been just a story, you know, chismes. Yeah. But however, we got information that it really happened and that he was through oxygen.
All cut yun na.
That's the information we got, huh? Yeah.
Wala nang dagdag na tayo, ma'am.
Oxygen is good, for everybody. It's good for everybody.
Okay. Dito muna tayo kay Calion and then si Paolo. Bago yung questions, gentlemen.
Sir, confirm lang. So si Presidente ho yung nilagyan daw ng oxygen?
Yun ang text na natanggap namin. So nung sinasabi ko, yung oxygen is good for anybody. It's good for the skin, it's good for the brain, and also it's good close to oxygen.
Ma'am, text message kanina po galing yung text message.
Ay, hindi ko pwede sabihin.
Alright.
Pero nung nagpagkita siya,
Ibigay ko lang sa iyo yung number.
is up and about.
Tuwagan mo siya.
Bago kumita siya di ba? Is up and about, bago
Hindi
kumita.
ko alam mo yan.
Oo, hindi yun na pala. Anyway. Calion, alam mo ito sa AntiTrapo movement muna. Isang pabalita muna sa'yo.
Magandang araw po ulit. Ako po'y nagpunta rito para mamigay lamang ng press release na ginawa namin sa Congress. Napaw po na rin. Po ay nagsasalita ng kami dito. Tingin po sa marami dahil ang buong bayan ay nakatuon sa mamasapanong tragedy. May mangyayari pa lang panibagong meeting para sa list with option to purchase ng additional 23,000 units of POS machine. At ang meeting nito ay mangyayari sa March 30, 2015 at ako nito. Ang total po ng worth ng bidding is 2.5 billion pesos. Kaya akala nila makakalusot sila sa lahat. Pero sa AntiTrapo movement po, dahil nakamasid kami sa kanila lagi, kami po ay biglang pumunta during the pre-bid conference on Monday. Actually, I just came from Baguio from another forum. And then I went straight to Cojuangco, doon sa pre-bid conference sila, and I made an oral argument. Luckily, dalawang klase pala ang magiging accredited observer dito. Yung isa, nag-apply ka. Yung isa, nag-execute ka ng maraming pagkilos laban sa Cojuangco. Kaya doon po ako napagbigyan dahil kami po yung nag-occupy ng Cojuangco for 12 days, continuous days. Kaya siguro natatakot sila mag-occupy na naman kami doon at mapansin na talaga ng Liga. Kaya pinabayaan nila ako magsalita during the previous conference. Pero hindi ko na humiling na lang ako. Bigyan nila kami magsabihin ng meeting manifestation which the Teach and Awards Committee has approved. So last Thursday, nasabihin po kami ng meeting manifestation at yan po ang press release na.
Ano kami? Internet television, KTV.
Sinasabi nga namin,
We've been there last the other Friday.
terms of preference, para iklog ba? Yung iba, pagkakaluto, softboard, naaayon, papunta na naman relocated sa Smartmatic. Yung ibang terms of preference naman, kaya pagkakaluto, hardboard, para kumiling na naman, allegedly, papunta na naman sa Smartmatic. Mababasa niyo po ang details dyan. Nadyan na po ito sa Manila Tribune, at saka sa Inquirer, at puntahan niyo na lang po yung Facebook page ng AntiTrapo movement of the Philippines. Nandun po lahat ang details. Maraming salamat po.
With due respect mga kapatid, sandali na. Ihantan niyo yung mga questions niyo para sa ating mga bisita. Sasalitan ko muna si Paolo de Rosario, AVP, GIB-X Insurance Broker Corporation. Paolo, good morning and thank you for joining us dito sa ating forum ngayong umaga.
Good morning po sa lahat. Thank you so much for inviting me, sir. Again, yung ano po kasi, that's why I'm here right now, is to explain to everybody that actually we launched a product, good for the, actually ito naman yung point na ang tulong naman mo sa normal naman na Pilipino. Kasi again, yung produkto po nito, kasi di ba napansin niyo po, insurance, it is actually a 3-in-1 protection, a 3-in-1 protection that covers the whole family. Kasi sa Pilipino, very important po sa kanilang pamilya nila. But it's now, ang notion, pagdating mo sa insurance, sabihin nila napakamahal. Or sa insurance, pag may nangyari lang, namatay sila, doon lang sila may claim. Nakarinig na po ba kayo na buhay sila may claim? Diba? So sa akin, no, the first na 3-in-1, it covers the whole family, it covers the health of the family, it covers the life and the property. No? This was actually designed, again, for the, nung una tinatarget po namin dito yung mga rank and file. Kasi sila po, no, yung mga taong yan, sila po yung walang protection, kulang po sa protection. Now, going back, no, para lang kung ma-explain po, no, ang normal ho na insidente po, no, pag ako po kasi ay ma-hospital, example na lang po, no, matenge po ako. Di ba po, no choice po kung kailangan itakbo sa hospital. At very expensive po siya. At marami pong Pilipino na nalulubog sa utang dahil sa hospital. No? At andito po kasi yung produkto para po matulungan sila kahit pa paano makabawi. No? Ang pinaka-importante po dito, tingnan nyo lang po ito, no? Pag sila po na hospital ng 5 araw at gumastos na lang po sila ng 25,000, ang pinakamaganda po dito, no? We are partnered kasi po with Malayan. Malayan po kasi is the number 1 non-life insurance currently, no? They are the number 1 non-life. So, pag 25,000 po ginastos ko, no, may bumabalik po sa akin, kahit pa paano po, may babalik na 30,000. Nakagulat po, no? No, and it's because, no, the question there is bakit parang mas malaki yung binalik? Kasi po, hindi mo namin tinitingnan yung bill. What we look at is the number of days that they were confined. So going back, just in case may feel helpful sila, o kung HMO pa man mo yun, no? This benefit goes on top of any na meron na sila. Okay? So, kung ang pinakaano ho dito, no, 5 araw po silang na ospital, automatically nagbibigay po kami ng 3,000 a day, no? Ang Malayan. So, again, it is a reimbursement type of benefit po. So, going back, yung ano po dito, so 3,000 times 5 days, that's 15,000, no? Tapos another po, ito pinakamaganda dito, another 3,000 pesos po ang bibigay po namin pag pinagpahinga. Nakarinig na po ba kayo ng gano'n? Pinagpahinga after hospitalization, we are going to give them a rest day allowance, no? Kaya din po sobra, no? Example po, 5 days po na pahinga, no? 3,000 peso per day, that is another 15, that's 30,000. Kung tatanungin niyo po, kung mabigat po kasi yung hospital, kung nakaranas na po kayo ng ma-hospital, ang nangyari po, no, yung mga health card po na iba, hindi po babayaran yung mga gamot pagkatapos. So wala po silang value adding masyado. It's the convenience that you're paying. Dito po, no, kahit nagpahit sila ng mga gamot sa labas, kahit pa paano na-cover dahil may pasok na konti. No? Sa iba po, no work, no pay. Sa amin po, no work, we pay. No? Malaki pong bagay kasi po, di ba, naiintindihan po namin, no, yung mga nagtatrabaho na nawawalan sila ng kita sa isang araw. No, nagpapahinga sila sa bahay. Now, going back, meron din po kaming accident-related na kasama doon. Any accident, sinasagot po namin hanggang 40 minutes.
Dito na lang.
Sa buong pamilya po doon, kung sa akin po, asawa ko po na accident, ako 40,000 din po. No? Tapos so, yung kids ko, 20,000. Going back, sa buong pamilya po, actually, napakamura po, I forgot to mention, this is only 6,500 for the whole year. That covers 5 members of our family.
Father, mother, and 3 children. Father, mother, 3 children.
Yes, right. Father, mother, and 3 children. Or, just in case lang po, na single sila, automatically it will become the secondary. Parang dealer. Magulang po, up to 64 years old. Tapos siblings, 1 to 21. Pag single parent po, pag single parent po, automatically, no, anak pati magulang. Now, ang ano po dito, pag just in case makaranas po sila ng loss, nakagod, no, 400,000 po, binibigay. Accident related, loss. So, namatay po ng 400,000. Ang pinaka-matitili po sa amin is we give them assistance. Dahil sa dami ng mga nangyari ngayon, no, pag nasunog po, kahit puro merenta lang sila, meron po silang mga 10,000. Pag nabahaan po sila, no, kahit to, pag-squeeze lang po, diba, tawa namin, we will give them assistance of 2,000. Take note po, no, na this is a one-time po sa assistance natin sa property. Kasi mo, siyempre, sa dami ko ng bago nararanas natin ngayon, every time may baha, no? So, actually, it was created, no, again, it was created for the people, no, for the Filipinos, no? Ang laki po kasi tulong, no? Ito po kasi nakikita ko lagi. Diba there is a saying, the poor gets poorer, the middle class nahihirap, the rich gets richer. Diba? Yung sinasabi nila. It's because hindi mo nila nakikita yung opportunity, no? The opportunity to help people, no? And this product, honestly, no, by heart, by faith, you know, in honoring God, this product helps the Filipino people. Diba? Kaya po we make it that, very affordable. Kaya po price point namin so we can buy from the whole year.
Thank you, Paolo. Thank you. At alam mo, malaking tulong yan kasi sa amin, sa media, no? Sino may insurance dito sa atin? Ito lang. Sa National Trust Club, hindi po kami tinulungan ng dito ng Pilipinas Red Cross at saka si dating senador James Subiri noong araw pa. Wala pa kami masasabing insurance sa National Trust Club. Alam niyo naman ang realidad sa trabaho ng media. Anyway, well, gentlemen and ladies, bukasan natin ang lamesa for your questions. Mga SP? Bago si Chairman Mike. Sige, go ahead.
Excuse me, po, Chairman.
Go ahead.
Good morning to everybody. With your due respect, I would like to give this to a Congresswoman or a governor of Tarlac. Madam, sa nakikita namin, talagang kayo po ay sincere na tulungan ang ating gobyerno at ang ating kababayan na talagang ayusin ang pagpapatakbo ng Pilipinas. At siyempre alam natin na pamangkin niyo po ang ating presidente. Ang tanong ko lang, sa nangyayari ngayon, gusto ko lang malaman, uso pa ba sa pamilya ng Cojuangco ang kasabihan, blood is thicker than water?
The thing and I firmly believe that we love our country, and what we're doing is really for our country, and we will continue pursuing that. Of course, it doesn't exclude that we know relations and second, third, fourth, or whatever it might be, not relations, but still, our country comes first and foremost.
So you mean to say, no blood?
No blood goes?
I'm not saying that there's no blood, because it's a reality that there is blood, it's a relation.
Yes.
Yes. But then we speak about how much we must love our country. It's what I do is for my children, my grandchildren, for your families. So if you don't like what I'm doing, you're free to criticize me. But for my part, we want to leave a legacy that we really love our country and are doing the best that we can to see her move forward and make it a better life for all of you, and for your grandchildren as well. So,
Maraming salamat po.
next.
Chairman.
Lakay, boss ko, okay lang.
Governor, bakit po kayo lang sa pamilya? Ang dami ng Cojuangco at Aquino, bakit po kayo lang ang lumalabas ngayon? Ano po ang damdamin nila kung meron po kayong alam doon?
My orientation, Chairman Mike, is actually Philippine history.
Okay.
Yeah, and my grandfather financed the Capuchin Mutiny, and my great-grandfather was the first governor of Iloilo, Adriano Dayot Hernandez. So, looking back on our family history, I'm a very patriotic person, and that's what's really in my heart is what they left me to fight for. And Pepin and I were in politics for so many years. When I married Pepin, he was already a congressman. So my orientation is service, humility, protection, and that's what I've been geared to since I married him and entered politics. So our orientation is that we're not into business. We're not strong in business like the other Gonzalos. And well, I guess we're just different.
Ang gusto ko malaman, ibig sabihin, bakit po kayo lang doon sa mga kamag-anak ng Pangulo lumalabas against President Aquino? Like Resign Pinoy, bakit po yung ibang mga Aquino at ibang bakit hindi po gumagalaw?
The other Cojuangco kasi are in business. And being in business, and having the government, in order to make this business, because they deal with government and private enterprise, then this is their orientation, is economy. Our orientation actually is politics and country. I'm not saying that they don't love the country, but I'm saying that their forecast on what they want to do is really more on the economy. Ours is like social, we get into military and politics.
Gusto ko yung sinasabi ni Chairman Mike, parang nahulaan ko na, meron bang ibang mga Cojuangco na ayaw na rin nila kay Pinoy? Pero tahimik lang sila. Ayaw na kang maingay.
Tinatanong ko kasi kaya hindi ko yung sagot eh. Bakit po kayo lang? Bakit ibang Cojuangco, ibang Aquino, hindi kumikilos against Pinoy?
Silent din sila rin sa support sa inyo.
Hindi ko alam kung bakit hindi ko sila kumikilos. Siguro hindi sila kumikilos kasi nagkilang kami. Maybe that's one aspect.
Nandiyan na kayo?
Yeah. That's one aspect. Yeah. Or the others just say, hintayin na lang natin until after the term is finished,
Ma'am, hindi rin po maiwasang maisip po ng ilan dahil nag-iingay nga po, kayo lamang po yung nag-iingay sa mga Cojuangco. Hindi rin po maiwasang maisip ng ilan na baka po hindi kayo napapagbigyan ng inyong pamangkin sa certain decision, baka may ganun ho ba?
No, we never ask anything from him. No. Hindi ko namin kailangan magkapag kami ng problema tungkol sa dealing with the government or with him. We have never asked him for anything.
Alright. At least ang clear.
Follow up ng Governor, Mr. President. Nagkaroon ho ba ng pagkakataon since 2010 na umupo si Pinoy, si President Aquino, na makipag-dialogue sa mga Cojuangco or makipag-dialogue sa mga Aquino, parang humingi ng tulong or mag-advise sa mga Cojuangco at Aquino na tumulong sa Presidente, lalo na po ngayon sa napakatindi ng problema ni Pinoy?
Actually, hindi. But after elections, Ping went to Malacanang to say that the group that is now being charged, by the Comelec as coming out with exposés of the manipulation of the people. So, sabi ni Presidente, hindi niya alam yan. Yeah, so when being asked him, do you know that there are like 9 million votes uncounted, and he said he was not aware. Yeah. So, just about that, otherwise, hindi niya nalang kami nag-uusap.
Good. Diba? Ngayon po, marami ng problema si Pinoy. Maliban doon sa gusto niyo mag-resign, anong pwede niyo sabihin sa kanya para makatulong kayo sa kanya o ano man, maliban doon sa resign Pinoy?
Sinabi ko namin sa isang TV show that the people say it's time to listen to the bosses. And that's not only an uncle and a boss, it's like all of you. But he doesn't ask for our help. And so, ang alam mo namin ay he already knows what he's doing. Because he doesn't ask us for advice, and we don't give the advice that is not wanted.
Matigas ba ang ulo talaga ni Pinoy?
Hindi ko alam eh. Maikas, no?
Thank you, Governor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ma'am, we've read in the papers that you were charged by Comelec, no? And the witness is a certain Acosta. Could you tell us something about him?
He claims to be my chief of staff, but I've never had a chief of staff or executive secretary. I don't need that. So, from the title that is updated upon himself, I hindi ko totoo yan. And he has other claims that we will have to review when we get the charges. Wala po yung charges, so we don't know what we're being charged with. But Brillantes or the Acosta inspired by Brillantes affidavit. So we cannot answer what we do not know.
Related to that, yung ba yung incident sa Baguio?
Yes,
Yung
yes.
Acosta na sinasabi nagnakaw ng
Yes, oo.
ballot box
Yes.
sa Baguio. Yung report ng
Yung mga ballots daw sa loob ay
Yes.
pinanakaw namin.
Yes. Tama. Anyway, yung report kanina ko Baguio, yung mga ballot boxes na doon intact, may mga laman. Yan ang report kanina.
Yeah, if that's true, then I see Atty. Chong and I have to discuss that because obviously, we don't know kung anong ploy nila, no? By blaming us, but actually, nandun pa rin yung balota sa loob.
Sabi ng pamulay, nandun yung mga balota. Walang nawawala. Walang nawawala ballot boxes.
Pero is that the box that is in question or in what precinct?
Yun yung report na naman ng radio report na namin.
Kung nandoon, hindi that's good. Kung wala, hindi that's good also. Well,
Okay, Atty. Chong.
Actually, when Mr. Acosta executed his affidavit, the affidavit contained 81 paragraphs. So, parang fishing expedition na by itself. And, of course, we are aware that Mr. Acosta's personality is far from being trustworthy. As a matter of fact, there was this TV reporter who was victimized by Mr. Acosta. Sinasabi niya meron siyang na-police tapes. Kailangan niya ng hard drive. Kailangan magbigay ni reporter ng pera para ibili ng hard drive. And binigyan nung siya ng 5,700 and then wala akong hard drive na binigay. So the next day, tumawag ulit si Acosta, binigyan nung siya ng 7,000 pesos and was set up for entrapment. Naghabulan po sila dyan sa Quezon, dito sa Katipunan. Mga police cars with Mr. Acosta. He was able to slip away and then he called up the reporter at sinabi niya he will turn over himself. So he was detained at CIDU in Camp Karingal and he executed this agreement. This was provided by the reporter. Tinago ko lang po muna yung pangalan. The foregoing facts can be attested to by this document. Sinabi niya na 5,700 and 7,000 ang sinindo niya sa reporter. This is the statement of the reporter. This is the statement of Acosta. That's the signature of Mr. Acosta. At sinabi niya na hindi siya pinilit. Inamin niya yung pagsundo sa TV reporter. So, in other words, Mr. Acosta had this swindling activity, and this was in on June 2, 2014. In 2013, he was also sued for estafa, criminal case number 150502-PSG, People of the Philippines versus Jorge Acosta. Yung dating employer po niya, nagparapolo ata ng mga cellphones and then claiming niya na may nanalo, wala pala. Pero nawala na po yung mga cellphones. So, here you have an estafador and a swindler. But we would like the law department of the company, panindigan nyo yung charges nyo sa amin. Yun yung charge ko sa kanila. They are lawyers and I'm a lawyer. My charge to them is panindigan nyo yung charges nyo sa amin. Because we will fight back. Paparinig ko sa inyo yung recording for another swindling activity. At kung sino-sino mga government official ang pinangalanan niya just to be able to sell his swindle to this media man. Mga media ho ang binibiktima. If I remember, baka meron ho kayong nakausap dati, yung police officer Atop ang ginagamit niya, ATUP. Ito yung ginagamit niyang police officer siya from Camp Crame. He is attached to a division previously with the Cybercrimes Task Force ng Crame. So be careful ho. Other times, nagte-text ho ito. Yung ginamit ng mga contacts ni Governor Tingting Cojuangco, yung staff ni si Governor Kua, si tinitext niya na the staff of former Governor Margarita Cojuangco is na-stranded or na-stolen yung pera, kailangan ng pera, pwede magpadala, re-reimburse na lang daw ni Gov Tingting. Minimimik ho niya yung way of texting ni Governor Tingting Cojuangco. So, ang ibig kong sabihin, if Mr. Brillantes, well, It's natural human experience. Birds of the same feather flock together. Only a swindler will listen, hook, line, and sinker to a fellow swindler. So ang panawagan ko, and I'm really challenging Mr. Brillantes, panindigan mo yan, lalaki ka eh. Prove to us and to the public at large that we have stolen those ballots, that I tampered with them. Because we will strike back. We will charge him also with election sabotage. At doon namin ipapal sa COMELEC. Head-on collision tayo doon. Because we have proof to show that all the PICOs in 2010 and 2013 really did not have digital signature. Sinasabi ho ng batas, AES law, the election returns must be digitally signed, and all proclamations must be based on digitally signed election returns. Kung titingnan ho natin, kung sasabihin ko rito walang digital signature, at sasabihin ho ni Mr. Brillantes na may digital signature, saan ho tayo kukuha ng ebidensya? He has his own claim, I have my own claim. Saan ho tayo kukuha ng ebidensya? Doon tayo sa PICOS. Tingnan nyo yung PICOS. Immediately after the creation of the EML results file, ang susunod niyan, no BEI key with which to sign results. Then, transmission na. Ibig sabihin, at the point of transmission, there was no BEI, digital signature. At sinong paniniwala natin? Si PICOS. Because yun ang sinasabi ni PICOS. We will prove it by the audit lab. Immediately after the results were generated by the PICOS. Ang sunod, no BEI key with which to sign results, then transmission. In other words, the elections in 2010 and 2013 were all conducted in gross violation of the AES law. There is no such thing as a legitimate or de jure public officer this time, except na po barangay captains.
Kasama si Presidente...
Kasama ho, si kagalagang Presidente Benigno Aquino.
Fake President?
Yes, not a fake president, but a de facto president. A de facto is a Latin word which means in fact. When you say de jure, it's a Latin word which means in law. Yes, I have studied Latin.
Okay. John, okay.
Na-observan ko, Governor, na from the register to before, kayo hindi masyadong malapit, walang question sa kanila. Ano kaya ang rason? Ba't hindi man lang kayo pinansin po rin pag-upanong si Ivan? Ito yung observe.
No, not at all. Si Pepin and Cory used to meet. They did.
Sinapansin ko po, yung mga kaibigan po ni yung kaibigan po ni Pilipinas, halos na hindi recognize ni Cory.
Hindi ko naman sa ganon.
Especially yung mga young church nung araw, kasama si Vitras.
No, they were always consulted. That's true. Yeah.
Okay.
And we were not close in the sense that we did not go to Malacanang because we did not want to anyone to say that we were asking for favors. So we really kept out. Pero nag-uusap ko sila ng everything. I was also in Mindanao actually, in charge of the MILF. Yes, so that's where I was most of the time.
Another question para din sa inyo.
Paolo.
Napapansin ko yung design mo naman kami mga senior. I'm already 60 plus, hindi kami kasama. Actually, kasama doon sa yung 1,000. Although senior, meron na kami what we call yung senior citizen lifetime.
How do you pronounce it?
Noted po.
I think it's quite obvious is that Noy has not gotten anybody who has advised Cory and Ninoy. If you notice, diba? All those that helped Cory, in the government and Ninoy.
Paolo, good morning. Question ko lang. Dito sa 200,000 accident insurance, purely accident to PA, di ba?
Apo.
So yung natural cost, wala?
Wala po. Wala.
Magkano ang premium sa 20,000, 200,000?
4,500.
Ano-ano ang mga diseases na covered nito? Pre-existing is covered?
Pre-existing is not covered on the first year. Next year, on the 366 days, it's covered. I mean, normal insurance po. For for the hospitalization.
What they're trying to tell is that
Both graded and ungraded.
they realize that Yes, yes.
Sa renewal na siya.
Sa renewal, yes.
Direct lang discount yung kasama? Direct lang discount.
Sama. Motorcycle.
Yan po yun na si Malian Insurance. No? Ang motorcycle accident is covered.
Covered. Yes.
Ano yung nakaroon na senior citizen eh? Lopon!
Hindi ako magbibigay sa kanya sa up to 70 years old.
Nag-design po actually ako.
Oo, tama.
I forgot to mention, I was the one who created the program, yung F360 Protect. When I created it, I put into mind people, kasi diba usually sa insurance, when you buy insurance, there's an agent, tama? So I created the first na online insurance. I forgot to mention a while ago. You can all view your policy now online. Kasi diba, pag po na aksidente po tayo, lagyan mo sa kotse, hinahanap natin yung insurance natin sa glove compartment. Diba? Yun po yung naging concept nito. And it's going to move, no? Next in line will be the first car insurance online. Next will be the CGL, yung mga business permits online. Ganun po, para wala nang problema. One-stop shop po, no?
Okay pala, Paolo. Huwag naman sana ma-open. Yung malayan, mahirap yung bayad eh.
Hindi naman. Actually, ang Malayan po, kung papansin nyo, lahat po kasi ng, well, in fairness to Malayan, no?
Matagal.
Well, hindi naman matagal, kasi nag-range po kasi, ano ba tinatanong po, car insurance? Or iba-iba po kasi?
More on sa reimbursement.
Ako, kasi po, usually takes them at most, a month and a half. Then po, sa amin po, no, wala po naman po lumampas, no, sa 1 month. Yan naman po napagmalaki sa amin ni Malayan. Again, we are in good partnership with Malayan. And nung niran po namin to last year, if you believe, no, Malayan paid 4 million peso worth of claims. Nung nagsimula po ito. Nakakatuwa naman po dahil ang dami pong natutulungan. No? Again, doon sa website namin, may kita nyo po, no, na people are starting to show off na yung mga claims nila, and that's how we have been helping the people for the past year. Yung ano po, yung website ko po, nandun po yan, yung f360protect.com. Everything is there. Now, I forgot to mention again, no, sir, that plan that I devised, nag-devise ko kasi ako ng program na may referral system sila. Para every time na mare, kahit ako, di ba, nakita ko yung mga kita ko na nagsasabi na, naku, yung pamangkin mo, nadala ko sa ospital, nalaki ng binayaran ko. Ngayon, di tuloy ako makalabas kung napapayag ko yung tuition fee niya, na medyo nalulubo ako ngayon. Di ba, marami yung tayo kamalanan na pag natulungan niya po yun, meron po kami reward na ibinigay every time they help people. Yun po yung nakakatuwa dito sa program. I think it's about time that people get to be more responsible in life. Lalo na for those who are very young, di ba? Kasi yun po yung inuunang natin mga luho, pero nakalimutan na natin na kailangan po natin ng insurance, di ba? Lalo na yung mga ganito.
Lakay.
Okay.
Lakay.
Sige.
Let me just show you the picture image of the audit log report. Ito po yung audit log report, and this is a certified true copy of the 2010 audit log report from Biliran. Ito yun. The EML, generating EML results file, no BEI keys with which to sign results, then transmission. That's proof. And this is a certified true copy. So hindi mo pwedeng magreklamo yung Comelec na gawa-gawa lang po namin ito. Now, on the other hand, this is another issue that we have already brought before the Joint Congressional Oversight Committee. Aside from the digital lines, by the way po, yung digital lines po, ang pinakita ko sa Senado is precinct number 193, Barangay Talima, Lapu-Lapu City. Precinct number 67, Barangay Kaubian, Lapu-Lapu City. Precinct number 3, Barangay Abukayan, Balamban, Cebu Province. And precinct number 14, Barangay Lanao, Asst Asturias, Cebu Province. Ito po yun ang may definite proof na may digitalize ang mga balota and that yung pagbilang ng PICOs ay nagkawindang-winda. Aside from that, we also brought before the Joint Congressional Oversight Committee the fact that 8,330,313 votes ang nawawala noong May 2013 elections. 8,330,313 votes. Ito po yung screen grab. Ito po yung screen grab ng Rappler.com. Ang sinabi ng Rappler.com is this is an official result of the May 2013 elections. Ang bumoto ho ay 39,898,992. 39,898,992 as of May 18, 2013. Nung chinek ho namin yung website ng COMELEC, and this is the screen grab, abay ang bumoto is only 31,568,679 as of May 29. Bakit nawawala yung 8,330,313 votes after 10 days, 14 hours, and 49 minutes?
Ano paliwanag ng COMELEC?
Ang sinabi lang ho nila, 13,000 lang ho yung nawawala. But we have proof to show na 8,330,313 votes ang nawawala. So hindi pa ho namin tinakaw to because we will tackle this after the next hearing. Ang ibig lang mong sabihin, if we have this kind of problem, what kind of an election system do we have? To put it in an analogy, pumunta ho kayo sa Rappler ATM. Nag-inquire ho kayo noong May 18. Ang balanse nyo ho 39.8 million pesos. 10 days later, pumunta kayo kay COMELEC Bank at nag-inquire kayo sa teller. Abay, ang balance nyo 31.5 million na lang. Babalik ka pa sa bangko mo? Magtitiwala ka pa sa bangko mo? Ganun din ho yun, yung election system natin.
Okay? Yeah.
In the Facebook accounts, is now trending, the post of Ado Paglinawan. It's regarding the letter of Ayn Rand's to Ninoy Aquino. No? It says here that when we met, you expressed concern about your son's intellectual capacity while eating for a while. While eating boogers isn't all that normal for a teenager. I wouldn't go so far as to call him mentally retarded. Regarding this posting, can we hear from you about the mental status of the real mental status during his young days? Yes, ma'am, if you are willing. Really? It's now trending in the Facebook.
Yeah,
this post. Okay.
Alam ko before the elections, nag-i-issue niya President tayo, di ba? Kaya nga, nung araw pa, masakit pa pakinggan, ma'am, go, no? Masakit pa pakinggan, pero nung araw pa, mas tumatawag na sa kanya nung araw na ang Blue, di ba? In fact, yun yung mga ginagalit ng mga pera ng mga araw.
Kasalanan ng butante.
Ha?
Kasalanan ng mga Pilipino, ba't hindi kaya?
Hindi na bigyan ng speak ng timbang yun eh. So, we went to the polls at binoto natin siya. Wala naman. Anyway, sige, Atty, may tanong ka ba?
Magandang umaga po. Analapin ko lang kasi. Pero ito kasi, sa gabi po pa-prepare ng tanong eh. Bakit ganun na lang ang galit nyo sa inyong pamagay na presidente ng Pilipinas? Is there something wrong that we agree between the family? Or something that is a vested interest that both of you protect?
I already answered to that.
Yan ang problema mo, late na.
Nasa Facebook na yung sagot niya. Kanina pa.
Oo, sinagot niya na po yun. We've never asked anything from him. I said that we're doing this for the country because we love our country. We want to see a better beginning tomorrow, if not today.
Dito.
If he wasn't president, how would you describe your relationship with Benigno Aquino?
When I was the governor of Tarlac, and he was working in Tarlac under my husband, he was an ordinary guy, you know, who would come to the house with a bottle of Coca-Cola and stay a long time in the house. Ordinary, play billiards, come in shorts, chinelas, because we only live across. But I've never said this to anybody actually, except to one person, or maybe two, to my children. You know, but I'm saying it now. When the last county of Tarlac City was going to be like 2 hours after the number of votes have been coming in, my coordinator, who was the same one as the Red Cross, his name is Baras, took t-shirts from Tarlac, and Peping and myself were together. And the teacher said to me that they had accepted money from Mr. Yap of 3 million. And I said, and they said to me that I had to choose. Either Noy would lose or I would lose. So I said, if I gave you 6 million, will you make both of us win? Because it's my responsibility to take care of Noy because his father was very good to me. And his mother was good to me. But I was very close to Noy. And so they said, no, we have to be only one because they had already accepted the money. Diretso yan. You know, they go straight to the point. You know, with your teacher. So I said, but I can't make the son of our hero lose an election. This is Tarlac, you know, and he's from Cojuangco, Tarlac. And so I said, I'll give up my position. And the teacher said, yeah, I'll give up my position for Noy. And I never said this to anybody, but I'm saying it now. To get the record straight that I don't want anything from him. I gave him, you know, what I lost. Very, very big favor, and I love being governor, and I could have won. I was an excellent governor. On my second term, wala akong kalaban.
Nalaban ba niya yung favor na ginawa niya?
Yeah,
Nalaban ba niya?
No, I told him, but I don't know if he remembered. But I said, I did. So I said, I only told 3 people. Lahat kayo dito, my children and him. And I told you. I told you because it still hurts me today. Because I'm responsible, you know, for his being the presidency, and that he should give me, you know, as my honor. So I said no. The VP said, are you sure? And so the teacher said to me, go to Tarlac City and we'll tell you how we can cheat. I said, really? I said, but ganyan sila, really, it's bold, you know, the way, and straight to the point. So I went, and the teachers looked at me. I went to the municipal building, and they looked, and I said, so I'm ibig sabihin, it was just in manual, and they can manipulate, you know, and say 10,000 votes, but then they only put 1, you know, and that's the way it works.
But hindi mo pwede manapin na
particularly.
No, because they already got the money from AntiTrapo. Because AntiTrapo ran for Congress. Noy ran for Congress. We both ran for governor. Yeah. So they were going to make a deal.
What she's trying to say is she had
and another one in the Yap family, but both of us were going to win. And neither both of them lose.
Ma'am, in short,
I chose him to win.
Ma'am, in short, wala siyang utang na loob sa ginawa ninyong
I'm not saying that. Maybe he doesn't remember. Please don't put anything anymore, you know, any more words, because this is my family history. This is me who sacrificed for him.
Ma'am, reaction lang doon kay
Ayun yun lang sinasabi yan? Ayun yun lang sinasabi yan, ma'am?
Ayun ko lang sinasabi sa inyo lahat, because I don't want anybody thinking I asked for something, the king asked for something. We never
Pag-iulit
did.
nyo nga pala doon sa mga kasama natin sa Kapiyan o mga bagong dating.
Yeah. I never asked for anything. In fact, I gave up my position for him. My position, I love to serve as governor of the province of Tarlac.
Ma'am, reaction lang doon sa pagkitulong sa Tingting Cojuangco sa kabilang kampo at yung anak na tatakbo sa pagkitulong sa Pilipinas.
Yung governorship niya.
Sino po yun?
Tingting Cojuangco.
What do you mean? Sino in-endorse niya?
Yung anak ko, in-endorse or they would go for Biliran. Yung anak ko niya, na Congressman.
Brother niya. Yes. Yes.
Manual pa
But
rin.
that's their call.
Manual pa rin.
That's their call.
Ma'am, clarification lang po.
Position sa-
Yung position po ni Pinoy na sinasabi niyo is presidential election po yun?
Congressional.
Congress.
Congressional.
Ma'am, anong date yan? Kailan yun?
Anong taon po yun?
1998.
So, parang nandaya din
when he was the
nandaya rin po si Pinoy kahit siya nanalo?
Hindi kaya. I give up my position for him.
Sakripisyo siya.
Yeah.
Wait, the position that
You know, it hurts me, but
Ang ibig kong sabihin, yung kabilang side nagbayad na ho. So pumunta ho yung dalawang teachers sa kanila at pinapili sila because hindi pwedeng dalawa sa kanila ang mananalo. Si Tingting at si Noynoy. Because Noynoy was running for congressman at si Tingting was running for governor, so dalawa sila. But the other side had already paid. So pinapili sila. Isa lang ho ang pwedeng manalo sa inyo. Either siya or si Noynoy.
Kasi
Pinili ko
may
yung Tingting and si Noynoy because
may bayaran na.
the president's son cannot and should not be rejected.
Dapat isa lang.
So yun ho yung sacrifice na ibig niya sabihin.
So why are you bakit niyo po sinasabi ngayon ito na matagal na palang nangyari and wala
Why should I tell all of you? You don't even have to know that. Swerte kayo na alam ko ninyo.
Mike,
Thank you.
Kaya tinatanong ni,
Thank you.
bakit nyo sinasabi yun?
Ma'am, do you feel that?
Hindi kasi tinatanong mo ninyo sa akin. So I just, whether I asked for something, I never got what I wanted. No. We never asked for anything.
At ngayon, hanggang ngayon, mas makarin ang loob nyo.
I think that God has taken care of me in any other way. It's alright. Although I really was very lonely. When I went back to Manila.
Anong masasabi niyo dito sa dynasty
Issue.
Maganda nag-giveaway kayo noon. Anong masasabi niyo dito sa anti-dynasty law na
You know, voting is left to the choice of the people. Diba? Yung mga dynasty votes, because throughout the years, like we can just take the Cojuangcos, diba? We've done many things since 1930s. My in-laws in the province of Tarlac, hindi ko yan pwede tanggalin, that we're not considered ourselves a dynasty because we've been doing what we can for the people. In fact, halos lahat ng mga lupa ng mga Cojuangco, nandun na yung mga tenants, pinababayaan na lang. Binibigyan na lang sa kanila, di ba? Until now, we're still helping them. You know, we're sending their children to school. So, pwede ba tanggalin sila charity sa Ilocos after their years of service? Hindi ko naman eh. It's not that easy. Because, let's leave the choice to the people. It depends on how much you really, in your family, gives and has given before. Thank you po. Thanks.
Kid.
Morning, ma'am. Good morning. Mrs. Chong, good morning po. Kinabis na kayo po. Ma'am, hindi po ba bawal yun na nakikipagsagwata kayo sa mga nagdaraya sa halalan? Especially na kayo po ay isang mataas na opisyal ng lalawigan.
Hindi mo totoo na yung mga ibang guro noon ay binibigay ko ng allowance. Come on, let's not be hypocrites, ano? Yeah, alam naman po ninyo yan, no? You're a newspaper reporter, I think you know that. And you also know how politics works in the Philippines, you know? Tell me somebody who doesn't give money, you know, to anybody.
Okay, so...
Thank you po. Yeah. It's a fact, di ba?
Pero ma'am, kayo po ay nasa posisyon sa gobyerno. Ngayon, kung kami mga newspaper man, lao kami magagawa eh. Di ba? Masyado kami pipitsukin eh. Kayo, meron kayong kakayahan kung gugustuhin ninyo. Pero tingnan nyo, kung kayo lahat ng mga taga-gobyerno nagsusubscribe sa election, in effect, kayo na rin ang nandadaya. Ano mangyayari sa bansa natin?
Sir, excuse me. Hindi mo siya nagbayad. Hindi mo siya nagbayad. Sinek-call niya yung teacher kung pwede. At hindi ko yun. Hindi ko nila tinanggap yun. She did not pay.
Okay, ma'am. So, then let me rephrase the question. Ano ho ang ginawa ninyo para matulungan yung mga ganong dayaan sa, in particular, sa tanong na po yun naman, alam personalan.
I already gave way. I gave way. I withdrew. I went back to Manila. But let me tell you, kaya po nandito ho kami na yun because the power of the press is tremendous. You know, we are here in order to clarify our issues because your pen is very powerful. That's why I'm here out of respect for you together with Congressman Chong.
Ma'am, this is not with hindi naman ay talagang tinitira ka namin dito. Pero you know what? Ang power ng pen ng press, ipitsugin lang yun kumpara mo sa power ng pen ng mga justices at judges.
Ma'am, going further, pwede ba kumain, ma'am? Tanong ko lang. Kung
Nalipungatan kaya na kuya.
nag-offer kayo na baka pwede magbayad din kayo sama? Doon sa mga teachers. Yung ask na kung pwede. Paano magbabayad ako na ganito? Kung tumanggap kung sinabi ng mga teachers na, sige. Kasi kikita sila sa inyo, kikita rin sila sa kabila.
Susoli nila yung pera siya, pero hindi nila gagawin niya.
Double make you. Kaya nga, okay. Kinabi na pala yung sige, salamat.
Pahabol lang ako, Governor. Kasi kalimutan natin yan, tapos na. Marami na kumita dyan. Kayo kasi member ng pamilya ng Aquino di ba? Anak ni Presidente. So kami kasi mga sibilyan, kami taong bayan, nakikinig lang. At siyempre tayo mga Pilipino, pag may problema, yung pamilya natin ang pwede nating lapitan para makahingi tayo ng tulong o tumanggap tayo ng tulong mula sa pamilya, di ba? Sa inyo bang side, sa inyong pamilya, maliban sa inyo, meron bang nag-try na lumapit kay Pinoy para isalba si Pinoy sa problemang ito? O si Pinoy lumapit sa inyong pamilya para humingi ng tulong? Dahil kasi kung sa barko tayo, medyo ang ating barko, gumigewang-gewang na eh. Ang barko natin tumatagilid na bago lumubog ito. Anong plano ng ng pamilya ninyo? Tutulungan ba niyo si Pinoy na ilubog o tutulungan niyong iangat yung barko?
Mike.
I think depende ko kung ano mo yung request ni Presidente. Kung siya po yung sasabi na he wants to resign or whatever. Depende ko, we don't know.
Hindi ba siya lumapit sa inyo, may kahit minsan?
Wala. Ang hiya, advice, something. Wala.
Advice?
Matigas na lang.
But may gusto lang ako, I heard it from the grapevine na mas malapit daw yung ilate si Aquino Oreta kesa sa ibang mga Aquino.
Hindi naman Aquino ito.
Ito, kasi ano eh.
Ibang relative pare.
Ibang dugo na Aquino sa
mas malapit sa lahat ng kamag-anakan na presidente, mas malapit
Sa Aquino side.
Sa Aquino na kila Tesi Oreta side kesa sa ibang pang Aquino at Cojuangco.
Yung alam ko namin, close siya kayo. Because they have a business together.
Kontraktor kasi asawa ni Tesi ko naman. Natural yung kontraktor na ito kami. Tesi mo naman, hindi ba kontraktor ito? Tuloy ako nakasagot tuloy.
Question. Tanong niyo na kung gusto niyo tanong yun, mamamay, pakalis niyo yung mga Tingting. Saka kayo tatanong. Samantala niyo lang dito, mahirap natin may kahon si walang Tingting, meron Tingting eh. Kaya, go right ahead with your questions.
Isa na lang. Si Pinoy ba talaga? Ang ating Pangulo talaga? Ang hirap ng tanong, pero kasi ano eh. Normal ba siya? Yeah. Physically fit ba si Presidente? Mentally, lahat na. Normal ba siya? Yes. Ulit lang kasi for the record.
Yes.
Normal.
Okay. Ma'am, again, bago pa tanong.
What is the answer?
To be more specific, ma'am, ano ba ang pinaka-kahindik-hindik na po pwedeng gawin ng isang Pangulong Noy kaya dapat siya tanggalin sa pwesto?
Set mo na kami dito para ano.
Kasi ang premise ko po sa aking tanong, hindi mo po pwedeng basta na lang tanggalin yung presidente sa mga mahihinang dahilan. So dapat po natin ang kahindik-hindik, karuman-duman na dahilan. Ano po ba meron sa Pangulo na makakasama sa sambay ng Pilipino kaya dapat na siya tanggalin?
Lagi ito lang.
Normal daw wala. Kaya kailangan naman ng kalusugan lang makakatanggal dito.
Hindi ba kayo hindi kakilala yan? Ano ang stand nyo? Are you for him to finish his term or you want him also to do
No,
something?
tinatanong na.
Obviously, Governor, lahat sama sa'yo. Resign ka lang, parang gano'n.
Okay.
Kahit sa public, yung mga text at saka yung mga listener namin, actually, gusto niya resign or tanggalin. Kaya tinatanong sa inyo kung normal, sabi mo normal, so mahirapan tayo. Normal pala, hindi siya alis.
Normal that we would act like this, di ba? Ganun yung reaction ko natin.
Ang tanong
There
pa,
are many issues.
ang tanong ko, ba't hindi pa tayo pwede maghintay? Hindi na pa tayo pwede maghintay? 2016 is just around the corner. Diba?
Yung potential of Malakay
Tell you 1 year and a half.
Matagal. Billion, Mr. President, billion a day. Ang gastos ng gobyerno, sayang.
Sige, go.
Okay. Actually, yung basis unang panawagan for the president to resign is not merely on his mental capacity, or the question of his mental capacity, but basically on the fact that the elections in 2010 did not follow the AES law. As I have said, all the election returns did not bear the digital signature. All the election returns did not bear the digital signature of the BEIs as required. Kung hindi mo tayo maniniwala sa COMELEC at hindi mo kayo maniniwala sa amin, tingnan mo ninyo itong document from the PICOS na sinabi niya immediately after the creation of the results file, there is no BEI key with which to sign results. Then afterwards, nagtatransmit. So by all means and in all legality, we cannot countenance an illegal election. Kung ganito mo ang klase ng election natin, kayo, tatanggap po ba kayo ng cheque na walang pirma? At tatanggap po ba kayo ng Philippine peso na walang pirma ng Bangko Sentral Governor at ng Presidente ng Pilipinas? This all boils down to legality. We cannot allow an election that does not follow the basic requirements of the law. Na hindi sinusunod ang batas natin. And going by the same argument, anong i-expect natin sa 2016 elections kung ganun pa rin mo? Wala pa rin mong pirma. Digital signature ang lahat ng results ng election returns. E saan tayo patungo nito? Remember, all the concept of public governance starts right from having truthful and credible elections. Pag nagkawindang-windang mo yung election, then we will see instabilities like what we are seeing now. Kaya that's what we believe. Na the biggest reason for calling on the president to resign, and that includes Pinoy. And all the rest of those who were also implicated in the dapat na bilang kaya sa National Transformation Council, ang cut-off po namin is Congressman, Governor, Vice President, and President. Because the Congressman and the Senators have to answer for the DAP, and there is a decision in the Biliran case that they have to be subjected to investigation. Eh kung i-investigate po sila ng ombudsman, they can also be subjected to preventive suspension. Because we cannot have one set of rule for the congressman and the senators and one set of rule for the mayor of Makati.
Okay, so Rolando muna at saka si Fernando. Tanong po, sir.
I-short yung rumors na lumalabas ng tapos na election, maros na president. Shooting nangyari na.
Actually, sir, ganito po yan. If you will look at the circumstances ng they charged us with election sabotage, go back a few days before Chairman Brillantes retired. 3 days before he retired, pinirmahan mo niya itong tini-RO, yung tini-KO siya ng Supreme Court by its DRO. Pinakita niya sa Smartmatic na pwede kong ibigay sa inyo yan kahit walang bidding. Then afterwards, nag-failure of bidding ho sa 23,000 picos. Then afterwards, nag-failure of bidding ho sa transmission. Then pagkatapos sinarge kaming lahat ng mga kritiko ng Picos ng election sabotage. Pagkatapos ngayon, sinabi ni Kali yun, and he filed his manifestation that the terms of reference have been manipulated, inayos ulit to fit only Smartmatic TIM. So ang ibig kong sabihin, sa 2016, done deal na yan. Smartmatic TIM pa rin, Picos pa rin ang gagawin natin.
Doon natin itong sitwasyon ngayon. Kasi, if you will ask me, even with respect to Tingting, halos nagkasama tayo sa pagsusutan ko darang ni Romero sa Peralta kung pa. Hindi biro yung problema eh. Nakita ko na mismo yung galaw ng COVID, pera-pera pa. Opo, para lamang yung suspension, nagtapat siya na, makamit yung tamang katarungan ng lumalaman, hindi niya nakukuha eh. Because halos different provinces, meron mga ganyang kaso, like Aliaga, like Zamboanga, dapat hindi biro eh.
Yes.
Hindi biro yung mga gobyerno, hindi ito. So, boss, kung ganito yung mangyayari, ano ba i-expect natin for the next...
Yun nga ho sir, ang ibig kong sabihin, the entire concept of public governance starts and begins with clean, credible, honest elections. Pag nagkawindang-windang mo yung election natin, then you have political instabilities like what we are seeing now.
Kasi, paano ko lang ha?
You have a dysfunctional government like what we are seeing now.
Paano nilalaman ang tapos ng eleksyon? Kung si Marcos ang presidente at ang pag-usapan na lang laban ng gubernatorial, senatorial at saka ng congressman.
Ay, hindi ko kami titigil. Kaya nga ako kanina, sinabi ko sa Comelec Law Department, sige, kasan nyo yung kaso nyo sa amin. Haharapin namin kayo. We are prepared. But we will also strike back. Kasi kung magpapatalo tayo sa kanila at magpapatalo tayo sa kanila, then we have no future as a people. We are 100 million Filipinos. We take back our future. Because the power to chart our destiny lies in our hands, nowhere else.
Sir, Madam Chapit, bigyan natin ng tagumpay yung mamamayan ayos sa dynasty. Kasi let's start sa blakong papel. At kanina pa yung mga nagkaroon lang ugnayan sa unang pamumulitikan ng bansa hanggang sa ngayon. So, isa sa blakong papel.
Sir, we have to get out from our own personal biases and start to gel together. Kasi kung kami lang po, hindi ho namin kaya. Kung tayo lahat magkakaisa, we will do this, we will make it.
Last question. Doon sa lumutan kasi yung no election scenario dahil sa ruling ng Supreme Court na hinara yung kontrata ng Comelec.
Tinikio si Brillantes.
Tapos, yung election na 2016 synchronize ko eh. Kasama yung RMM, kung makahabol yung BBA, baka kasama rin yung plebiscito dyan. Tapos nagluwag ang Supreme Court sa party list. So ang daming aayusin. Ang commissioner ng Comelec ngayon, 4.
Yes po.
At may posibilidad raw na magmano-mano sa darating na eleksyon kung hindi ito maayos. At yung senaryo ng no election. Kapag nagkaroon ng no election, presidente pa rin si Toypi.
We have heard that from the grapevine and within our circle na there is such a group pushing for a no election scenario in 2016. But nasa sa atin lang po yun, papayagan mo natin silang they will succeed for their own selfish interest. 100 million tayong lahat eh. Kung hindi yun tayo magkakaisa, they will succeed. They will win. But if magkakaisa tayo, we will go out of our own personal biases and do together as one, as a people. We will achieve what is seemingly impossible at this time.
Okay, meron kayong magandang katanong sa ating mga guests. Please feel free kung nasa ating forum. Tatapusin na po natin with Paolo de Rosario for yung mga announcements niya sa kanilang mga branches. So, kung meron pa sa karagdagan, baka ipaparatisin niya.
Okay, yung mga branches po namin, yung main office is sa Mandaluyong, sa main TMG Center, kung saan yung dati Cojuangco na manufacturing plant. Okay, doon kami sa 11th floor, but we have 35 Marian branches nationwide that we can make use of sa lahat ng probinsya ngayon. And we have a call center, na doon actually sa website namin, they can just call, tapos lahat po yun, kahit po yung makakuha na tapos mag-claim, mayroon po kami tao pupunta sa mga hospital na tumutulong. And we have 35 Marian branches nationwide na please check out the website, yung FG60protect.com.
Thank you, Paolo, at sa ating mga kapatid sa media, sa bawat time na pag-usapan din natin ang ating insurance, no? Kasi left out lang ito yung pagka-insurance ang pinag-usapan. Again, thank you to Ma'am Tingting Cojuangco. Salamat po ba? Salamat Congressman Atty. Chong at kay Galion Peralta. Thank you for joining us. Until Thursday, sa isa pa rin sinuhan ang inyong Brodkasters Forum. Thank you very much.
Meron kitang